to buy the things those Chinese peasants manufacture.
He's tough up on the mic, but softer around the eyes. Tariff talk and smoky looks rich, straight but grows those eyes. Ayy!
Chinese peasants.
Tariff bells, JD yells, peasants pay your fine. Yes sir, Musk and liner share shipped from China mine. Jesus! Tariff bells, oligarchs hooray. The rich get richer off your fears and you just fade away. We love Americans, but we do have one question for Mr. Vice President. Mr. Vance, where did you get your eyeliners from?
Without United States, you have nothing, China. Yes, Maga, we don't have child labor, school shooting, homeless problem, genocide, oligarchy, monopoly, crazy expensive yet inefficient healthcare system, heavy tax on working class, property tax every year, anti-Semitism awareness law, supremacy bubble you live in, built by multi-billion-dollar worth propaganda, fake free speech, fake democracy. Yeah, you guys got it all. Also, we don't have Maga.
What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Thank you so much for clicking on this episode. I really do appreciate your love and support on this channel. If you haven't yet checked out my last two episodes about China exposing or Chinese exposing these luxury brands that you all get so pressured to own, these bags, these shoes, all these big brands that you all see celebrities with, especially the bags that people buy for up to like $100K US for a bag. Now China have gone a step further on mocking and ridiculing Maga supporters, and also Trump and his administration, especially DJ Vance, after calling them peasants, and Chinese did not take that lightly. Now they're on social media, on TikTok, creating videos mocking Magas, and so many videos of DJ Vance having makeup on him. A lot of funny stuff. I mean, it's hilarious, but I want us to watch these videos together, guys. Every clip and every stitch that you'll be seeing on our today's episode, credits belongs to the original creators of these videos that you're seeing on your screens. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, my good name is Gracie D. Kindly consider subscribing to this channel, give this video a like, and let me know what your thoughts are on the comment sections. Some videos I haven't been able to put them here because I'm not sure if it's against the YouTube guidelines, but if you want to see everything, you can just literally go on TikTok and search Chinese making fun of Maga supporters and you'll see everything. So let's dive right ahead and we'll come back with more commentary.
Hello from China. Let me show you the United States products in my home. Nothing. Do you have something from China in your home?
Chinese officials were posting videos on, social media sites depicting a Trump, JD Vance, Elon Musk in AI-generated videos working in factories, putting together Nike shoes and iPhones and products like that. Does the White House, have they seen these videos? Do you guys have a response to that?
I have seen the videos. I'm not sure who made the videos or if we can verify the authenticity, but whoever made it clearly does not see the potential of the American worker, the American workforce. The president believes in the American people, and he knows that we have the best, not only consumer base in the world, but also the best workforce in the world, and that's why he's so focused on bringing investments home and shoring up our critical supply chains and bolstering our manufacturing here as well. Brett.
Yeah, imagine why your importers only import cheap garbage and sell you with high price. Look, this garbage only $2 to buy, and in your country it will at least $19. Who's laughing now?
People are asking me whether I'm afraid of the potential price increase in China caused by the new American tariff policy. So I looked around my house for some American products. The only thing that I can find is this iPhone 16 that I use for TikTok. And it's probably also made in China. So nope, I don't think the new tariff law will change my life at all. The US just raised tariffs on China again. Some may argue it's about fairness, but to a historian, this looks familiar. The Industrial Revolution began around 1760 in the UK. Steam engines, railways, factories, everything changed. But the Qing dynasty didn't follow that in China. They called the West Yi, which literally means barbarians. Barbarians, peasants. Sound familiar, huh? The Qing dynasty believed that China had nothing to learn from the West. In 1839, China was still powerful, but by 1911, the dynasty collapsed. Just a bit over 70 years, from dominance to disintegration, not because it lacked strength, but because it refused to change. Since 1945, the US has always been a world superpower. That's over 80 years of leadership. But now we're seeing rising walls, tariffs, sanctions, restrictions. Everything looked like what the Qing dynasty had tried, holding on to the past while the entire world is moving forward. Every empire thinks that it can pause the global change, but history shows it doesn't really wait. The Qing dynasty learned that too late. The real question in 2025 is, who is learning now? As a Chinese citizen, I fully support the high tariffs that the current US administration imposed on China. I 100% support that idea, and I think it's time for the Chinese government to learn a lesson. And that lesson is, nobody can defeat the US but the US itself. You guys have been spreading misinformation about China over the last few decades internationally. And to be honest, I think that the Chinese government was doing a very shitty job promoting ourselves. It doesn't matter who will win this tariff war, China will still be the final winner, because we were notorious for having a shitty reputation on the international stage. And the US administration single-handedly destroyed that evil picture of China that they were trying to depict over the last few decades. So good job, because we had nothing to lose. Over the last few days, so many people from so many different countries started to learn about China. And I have to say that I feel sorry that you guys have wasted so much money and time creating all those lies and fake news about China. So without people like JD, it's almost impossible for us to achieve such a good PR result in such a short time. Mr. Vice President, are you sure you're not a Chinese undercover?
China has gone full-blown Kendrick Lamar when it comes to this trade war. I love it. See, the president thought he was doing something by raising these tariffs. He thought he was really convincing people that China wasn't coming to the table. But in reality, he's been behind closed doors calling them over and over, trying to get some sort of deal done. And they haven't been answering him. In response to all of his nonsense, they've been making TikToks that have been flooding everybody's For You page, mine included, exposing all of the luxury brands that are made in China, exposing everything that's made in China. And not only that, to do one better, they are telling people you can buy it straight from the factory. On top of that, I've been getting the dude who does the Trump impression all over my social media too. I love that dude. Plus, I don't know about y'all, but I done went and reopened my Red Note account because I'm trying to learn the language again. For the record, the next time I get a Trumper or a Maga person in my comments who says, if you like China so much, why don't you go there? If you like China so much, why don't you go there? I'm gonna go. Do not threaten me with a good time, all right? Because they got it all figured out. I know the president is doing this by accident, but somehow just his presence alone is strengthening the relationship between American citizens and Chinese citizens. They keep trying to make this country the boogeyman, and they fail every single time. It's hilarious. Hey man, Mr. President, go ahead and call off all them tariffs, man. You ain't got it. You ain't got another diss track in you, okay? It's over.
Without United States, you have nothing, China. Yes, Maga, we don't have child labor, school shooting, homeless problem, genocide, oligarchy, monopoly, crazy expensive yet inefficient healthcare system, heavy tax on working class, property tax every year, anti-Semitism awareness law, supremacy bubble you live in, built by multi-billion-dollar worth propaganda, fake free speech, fake democracy. Yeah, you guys got it all. Huh? Also, we don't have Maga. Maga, you are so obsessed with, what about this, what about that? This and that, all propaganda. Everything you know about the other country is propaganda. You live in a propaganda cage, your so-called free media, controlled by same group oligarchs. And Google is super censored. Okay, I'm not saying I'm free. Nobody is totally free. We all working class, somebody manipulating us. But yours, doing you so hard, oh my God, hurts. Buy some lube from China.
So after the trade war started between China and the United States of America, and after the new administration decided to put 145% tariffs on China, things have not been as usual. And Chinese have decided that they are not taking this thing lightly. So they started off with exposing these luxury brands that people buy to, like the bags, the Chanel bags, the Louis Vuitton, the Adidas, so many companies that we all get pressured to buy, or so many big brands that you all get pressured to buy. And they're saying you can actually buy these things from China. The only thing that you will not be having is the logo. You know, that Louis Vuitton logo, that Chanel logo, that is the only thing that you will not be having. But the quality of the bags or the quality of the shoes that you've been buying for like 2,000, 1,000, you can simply get them for like 800 US dollars, 300, 200, and you know, so many things that people actually buy, from designer clothes, designer bags, designer shoes. They said most of them are actually made in our countries, and we were quite okay with them making their profit and all that, not until they decided to put 145% tariffs on China, and they decided to expose all these big brands. I've seen a couple of brands responding and saying a lot. You can go and check that out. I haven't really invested my time in that, but I'll definitely go back and do a research about that so that I can come back with a video. But now, after them exposing these big brands, there's a time, or this day, I remember I saw this video of the vice president of the United States of America came and called Chinese peasants, and they were not happy about it. And since then, they've been making videos of this guy on makeup, on dresses, like a lot of videos of him, like AI videos of him applying makeups and eyeliners. They were making fun of his eyeliners, making fun of his eyebrows and him. We've also seen so many videos, AI videos of the Trump administration working on farms, working on factories. And I'm like, Chinese are not like taking a break on this. They've decided to do this, and honestly, to some point, this is hilarious. And people are like on the comment section, we are here for it. So I know I watched a video of this guy who actually was explaining to Maga supporters or Maga Americans on how things are in China, and people are on the comment section. And mind you, the funny part about these, most of these people that are always on the comment section insulting China and talking very bad about other countries, they only talk from what they've been fed by the mainstream media or by their politicians. Like we know, they keep on saying that China is not a free country, they don't have freedom in China and all that. And this guy was like, yeah, you're saying we don't have freedom in China? Well, we don't have child labor in China. Well, they don't have to work crazy hours, 2 to 3 jobs in China for them to be able to make a living. There are so many things that these Chinese are actually exposing. And we also, that time that TikTok was not working and people went on red notes, some even came back on social media crying, saying that they don't believe that this is how people have been living in China. So many were really hurt. So many of them are crying because after all the taxes they pay, after them having to work 2 to 3 jobs, they still cannot afford to live the life that a middle class Chinese citizen is living. And this is what I'm saying. Most of the people that you see on the comment section talking very bad about these other countries are people that have not even been outside the country, or people that have just decided not to do their own research but rely on what mainstream media is telling them or what their politicians are telling them. For example, they believed when he said that it's the countries that are gonna be paying the tariffs. Yes, I know these companies and these countries that these tariffs have been put on, they are going to suffer because, of course, if you put tariffs, let's say, on goods or clothes coming from China, then the one who is selling these clothes have to pay high taxes for them to get in the country. That means me as a consumer, I'll have to pay more for that commodity or for that good that I want to buy. So this means that these brands will suffer because the sales will go down, because it's not everyone that will afford to buy at the high prices, whereas there are other companies maybe made in in the States that are selling lower than what they'll be selling commodities from China or good from China. So that's the only way that the companies or these countries are gonna suffer. But what about you as a consumer? Like, for example, say of things that are actually not made or that you don't have in your country. At the end of the day, some of the things that you really need to have, then you'll have to pay the higher prices as a consumer. And yeah, so that's why people are like, you know, laughing at some Maga supporters boldly on cameras saying that it's China, it's Canada that's gonna pay the tariffs and not America and not us as the consumers. And people are just like laughing at them, looking at them and saying these people don't even know what they're voting into. So yeah, Chinese have decided to take things to another level. And I mean, people are like on the comment section saying that their diss is way much better than the Kendrick Lamar diss. And I'm just here for it, watching at everything that's going on, everything that's unfolding. And I don't know how far this is gonna go. I don't know how this will end because I mean, now with these big companies that got exposed of, you know, they make their things from China, all the labor, all the things, like 70 to 80% of the work of these big brands that we actually see people buying into is done in China. They only go to like a country like in the US or in Europe or in Paris for them to be just put that brand, you know. And I don't know how this is gonna end, but to me it's quite crazy. And you know, I don't know if this was actually the right time, because so many people, like on the most videos that I've seen, people are like actually saying thank you to TikTok that we can actually see what America is like and not what we've been sold on the mainstream media. Maybe it just needed this administration in this year 2025 for the world to see what America is like, and for Americans to actually believe that America is the greatest country that we have in the world, to see how fast just an administration and just a group of people could easily mess their country. I don't know what your thoughts are on the comment section, guys, but yeah, there's so many videos. If you want to watch all those videos, you can actually go on TikTok and search, and you see everything that we're talking about these AI videos that have been created. So many of them that have even been anchored on TV, on stations like CNN. I've seen people talking about these on news channels, and it's a lot because we never expected this to get this far. Like, I never expected I'll ever see something like this. I mean, Chinese having a war with Maga supporters and the new administration. Let me know what your thoughts are on the comment section. Thank you so much for watching up to this part, and until the next episode, bye.